Mu Cheng was activating the altar when he pricked his finger and a drop of blood dripped. The ancient altar suddenly burst into vitality, and vast and profound power emerged. Under Mu Cheng's command, Mu Qingzu and Xiaoyi stood in the center of the altar. The altar seemed to have its own consciousness and automatically dropped a rays of rainbow light, covering Mu Qingzu and Xiaoyi. Everyone watching this scene was very curious about the specific talents of the two. Different SSS level talents, SSS level templates, and qualifications also have different levels. Small differences can be ignored, but big differences can be as much as twice that of the average SSS level. As the test progressed, the silver-haired old man's face changed, and the entire altar began to tremble inexplicably, as if it had reached its limit and could no longer bear it. Chapter 229 Mythical Qualifications shocked the whole audience. The huge altar began to tremble slightly, and as time passed, it began to vibrate. The frequency of the vibrations gradually increased and became extremely violent. Everyone in the Mu family outside the altar was dumbfounded. The altar has not been used for a while, so there is something wrong with it? The altar has been in disrepair for a long time. It has become old because it has been used for too long. Not good. We have to close the altar quickly to prevent Zuer and Xiaoyi from getting hurt. The city lord, also the clan leader Mu Cheng, reacted and wanted to close the altar. They didn't think that the abnormality of the altar was caused by the tester after all. That was too far-fetched. Wait, a voice came from the sky, and a silver-haired old man appeared in the air. The altar is fine. No need to close it. That kid's talent is too monstrous, reaching the detection limit of the altar. This generation of the Mu family is going to produce a dragon. The silver-haired old man said calmly with surprise. Greetings, ancestor, Grand Master. Meet the ancestor. The ancestor is here. Hiss. Testing the limit. How terrifying must this talent be? A peerless genius, a peerless genius. In the thousands of years since the Mu family existed, there has never been a genius who can make the altar so great. My Mu family has found a treasure. Zuer is so lucky. After the assessment, we must make sure that the two of them sign a contract quickly. Such a peerless genius should be accepted into our Mu family. Everyone in the Mu family knelt on the ground and greeted respectfully. They were all shocked by the words of the silver-haired old man. The silver-haired old man waved his hand lightly, and a force gently touched everyone to stand up, and said in a serious voice, "Leave it to me next. Mu Cheng, okay, ancestor. This silver-haired old man is the holy realm of the Mu family who is still alive today. He is the ancestor of the Mu family and the longest-lived member of the Mu family. Of course, the silver-haired old man also has a companion, who is still alive in the world." The silver-haired old man immediately exerted his strength, using deep and vast mysterious power to break into the dark altar. The effect was remarkable, and the vibration amplitude of the ancient altar became smaller. Everyone's eyes were on the two people at the altar. At this time, the rainbow light that descended on the two people was one big and one small. The diameter of the rainbow light column on Mu Qingzu's body was 10 meters, and the diameter of the rainbow light column on Xiaoyi's body was astonishingly 100 meters, and it was about to jump out of the altar. This gap is too huge. And according to the words of the silver-haired old man, Xiaoyi's potential detection has not yet reached its limit. The 100-meter-sized rainbow light column is only the limit of the altar, not Xiaoyi's limit. As the test progressed, the diameter of the red rainbow light beam descending on Mu Qingzu reached 15 meters. The rainbow light column that descended on Xiaoyi was still the size of the altar, with a diameter of 100 meters. But the color of the rainbow light column changed from red to gold, and then from gold to purple. The concentration of purple became deeper and deeper, reaching dark purple. This huge vision made everyone present secretly frightened and gasped. The silver-haired old man's body trembled violently. He had already squeezed the potential functions of the altar to the fullest and brought them into full play. He could not detect the young man's potential limit by further testing, so he simply ended this potential test. The testing is over, but the altar is not closed yet. 10 minutes later, the test results will appear above the altar in the form of text. Xiaoyi and Mu Qingzu walked out of the altar and came to the Mu family. Everyone in the Mu family had fanatical eyes and excitedly surrounded Xiaoyi. A smile appeared on Mu Qingzu's pretty face. She returned with glory and passed Xiaoyi, walking quickly to meet him. However, everyone in the Mu family bypassed her and surrounded Xiaoyi, their eyes fanatical and filled with strong admiration. Mu Qingzu was dumbfounded and stamped her feet. "Dad and Mom, I'm here. Uncle, I am Mu Qingzu. Xiaoyi has no potential. I don't even want to sign a contract with him." Xiaoyi wondered why everyone was like this. Everyone gathered around and said happily, "Xiaoyi, well done. It is a blessing for our Mu family to have a young talent like you. Yes, just ask for whatever you want. The Mu family will definitely satisfy you. Xiaoyi, when will you come to have tea with Uncle?" "Xiaoyi, Mu Cheng and I were not wrong. You are indeed worthy of Zuer's trust." Xiaoyi was surrounded by people, while Mu Qingzu was alone and deserted, which made her feel strange. She also came closer to see what was going on. But the uncle's words were all praise and endearment, and she didn't understand anything. Anyway, this guy and I are just partners, not real lovers. So who cares? After we conclude the contract and reach the great venerable realm, we will terminate the contract. You want me to do that with his 3 beast girls? Absolutely not. It's okay for me as a beast girl. Well, no. I don't want to be kicked by him. 10 minutes passed quickly. The test results are out. Above the altar, a huge energy screen appeared, displaying the test results of the 2 people. Mu Qingzu looked over and the first thing she saw was her test results. SSS level time candle dragon template. Age: 20 years, 8 months and 14 days. Realm: Grandmaster Peak Realm. Root potential: SSS level upper. Template attributes. Time attributes. There are also subdivisions in qualifications among SSS level templates. It is divided into lower, middle, upper, up and so on. With SSS level superior qualifications, he can rank among the top 10 in the Mu family. Mu Qingzu smiled. And her smile was very bright. Top SSS level. She knew that her aptitude must be very good, no lower than anyone else. The reason why her cultivation speed was slower than Xiaoyi's was because she had not signed a contract. The cultivation speed of her human form was just slower than that of her summoned beast. And at this moment, there were gasps of shock and stunned voices coming from the side. Fuck, mythical beast tamer qualification? Is there such a thing as a mythical beast tamer in this world? Oh my god. I am simply shocked. This talent is too amazing. This is definitely a peerless evildoer that has never appeared in the history of the world. Hey. Why doesn't it show Xiaoyi's subdivision level and the mythical level? Could it be that the altar is faulty and can't detect it? Everyone in the Mu family was shocked by the test results. The silver-haired old man also widened his eyes and rubbed them with his hands, thinking that he had seen it wrong due to his old eyesight, but the test result was still the same, mythical level. He was shocked. In this era of beast girls, mythical talent has become extinct, but he didn't expect it to appear in this kid. The Mu family has really produced a dragon. The silver-haired old man looked at Xiaoyi as if he were his precious grandson. The more he looked, the more he liked him and the happier he became. Mythical level. Mu Qingzu was stunned. She moved her gaze and looked at Xiaoyi's test results. Mythical beast tamer talent. Age: 18 years, 6 months and 28 days. Realm: Venerable Realm 5-star. Root potential: mythical level and other qualifications. Attributes: 5 elements attributes, supreme attributes, life attributes, destruction attributes, phantom attributes, thunder attributes. Mu Qingzu was stunned. She looked so cute and beautiful in her days. Chapter 230, Mu Qingzu was stunned. Mythical level. It's actually mythical level. My god, this is so perverted. In ancient times, there had never been any beastmaster with mythical talent. The mythical level existed only in legends. Rumor has it that he is a mythical being, the son of destiny, the son of fate in this universe, favored by heaven and earth, and favored by the laws. As long as a mythical being is born, a human race will rise, advance to the forefront of the universe, and be able to compete with the overlord of the universe. The qualifications of the mythical level are certainly not the same as those of the SSS level. The two are simply not on the same level, and the gap is dozens or even hundreds of times. No one knows how big the difference is, because no mythical template or beastmaster has ever been awakened on Blue Star. That bastard, why didn't you tell me earlier? It made me taunt him several times because of this. It's so embarrassing. Mu Qingzu recalled how she had mocked Xiaoyi to his face many times before, saying that he had no future and that the contract would be terminated once he reached the great venerable realm. Her cheeks were hot and her pretty face was red. The side effects of contracting multiple beast girls don't work on Xiaoyi at all. With his talent that is dozens or hundreds of times higher than the SSS level talent, even if it is divided equally, it will crush the SSS level. Mu Qingzu also noticed that Xiaoyi's attributes were also very abnormal attributes. 5 elements: supreme, life, destruction, phantom, thunder. Generally speaking, if a person has 2 attributes, it is very abnormal, but Xiaoyi has 10 attributes. The 5 elements, gold, wood, water, fire and earth, are very common attributes, but they only appear alone in other people. But he has them all. In addition to the 5 elements, the other 5 attributes are also extremely rare. Signing a contract with him seems like I'm marrying above my station. Mu Qingzu murmured blankly, and she was no longer so resistant to signing the contract. Faced with everyone's praise and compliments, Xiaoyi's face was filled with a smile as bright as the sun. Then he asked, Uncle Mu, have we passed the first level of the assessments? Mu Cheng laughed. Of course, but Xiaoyi was stunned. But what? Mu Cheng stared at Xiaoyi with fiery eyes and said, You still call me Uncle Mu? Call me father-in-law. I don't care if you pass the test or not. I have decided on you as my son-in-law. Tomorrow my Mu family will send out invitations to the whole city, and we will have a wedding banquet, arrange your wedding, and send you to the bridal chamber. And the contract was concluded on the spot. The Mu family members spoke one after another. I agree. But things come in pairs, I think that's fine. I'm looking forward to the wedding. Zuer is getting married, that's great. The silver-haired old man thought to himself. I want to attend the wedding banquet too, I like this guy very much. Mu Qingzu said dissatisfied lie, Dad? I haven't agreed yet, why don't you ask my opinion? Mu Cheng glanced at him and said, whether you agree or not? Xiao Yi is our designated son-in-law. Okay, the first level test is passed, there are still 2 levels to be tested. Although we all recognize Xiao Yi, the Forbidden Area assessment is the tradition and rule of the Mu family for thousands of years, it cannot be crossed or changed. When he looked up, he found that the silver-haired old man had disappeared and left. So, Mu Cheng continued to preside over the situation. Second level, Acid Understanding level, through fighting with monsters, to test the tacit understanding between the contractors. If the tacit understanding is good enough, you will pass the level. A portal to a secret realm appeared. This was the portal to the interior of the secret realm. Xiao Yi and Mu Qingzu walked into it. After walking out of the short space passage, the two appeared in the depths of a Warcraft mountain range. It is dim here, with thorns everywhere and densely packed, dry and smelly ditches everywhere. Narrow red eyes appeared among the surrounding thorns, and their number was terrifying. If someone with trypophobia came here, they would probably be scared to death. Xiao Yi and Mu Qingzu were relatively calm and composed. They stood back to back, looking at the thorn bushes with opposite eyes, releasing their own aura, ready to fight at any time. Mu Qingzu said, this level requires 2 people to assist and cooperate with each other to kill the monster. As long as the assistance and cooperation meet the standards, you will pass the level. Xiao Yi expressed his understanding. In short, we just want to destroy the monsters. Right? That's right, she responded. The monster among the thorns is a blazing fire monster. Xiao Yi had encountered it in the training base, but the level of the blazing fire monster here is obviously much higher than that in the training base, reaching the 2-star level of the Venerable Realm. Chirp. Chirp, 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 chirp. The blazing fire beasts sensed Xiao Yi's power, and they rolled into a pile. One by one blazing flames came out of their bodies, illuminating the entire thorny jungle. The temperature around them rose sharply, and in an instant it rose to more than 2,000 degrees. Bang! A huge column of flame gushed out from the group of fire beasts, piercing through the air and shooting towards Xiao Yi and the others. Mu Qingzu's expression froze and she was extremely nervous. These were a group of venerable to star monsters, and her realm was only at the peak of Grand Master level. Xiao Yi curled his lips. Leave these monsters to me. Just don't make trouble. At the sound, a hot breath burst out from Xiao Yi. 5 elements control. Fire element control. Xiao Yi transformed into the King of Fire, with a high-level fire state of mind surging out, and all the fire elements around him were under his control. A pillar of flame shot out, but he did not dodge or evade when it was about to hit him. The pillar of flame strangely turned its head, made a circular arc in the sky, and shot back towards the group of swarming fire beasts through the air. There was a loud noise. A flame beam that Xiao Yi had strengthened was directly blown up by the group of scorching fire beasts, leaving a ground full of black corpses of scorching fire beasts that smelled like burnt fire. Destroy this group of fiery monsters. Mu Qingzu looked at his heroic figure, her beautiful eyes shining. Xiao Yi clapped his hands, feeling relieved, and asked, the monsters have been killed. Have you passed the test? Is that all? Mu Qingzu was confused. She didn't do anything. In the surrounding thorny jungle, more and more fiery beasts flew over, spreading out from the 2 of them. Most of them were at the 2nd star of the Venerable Realm, and a few had reached the 4th star of the Venerable Realm. The blazing fiery beast king is also a 5-star Venerable Realm beast. Under the command of the beast king, 99% of the fiery beasts flew towards the beast king, gathering together to form a huge group of fiery beasts of 20 meters in size. Flames that were even hotter than before emerged from the piles, like a small sun shining in the sky. The temperature around them rose again, and the thorny jungle could not withstand the high temperature and emitted a sizzling sound of steam in protest. Mu Qingzu looked solemn. I will definitely play a role this time and cooperate with you to kill the monster. She condensed the time factor and activated her talent skill predict the future for the next few seconds. A picture appeared in her mind. A huge and terrifying little sun crashed towards the 2 of them, and the ground turned into bright red magma. A plan to use their bodies and fire to attack us, Mu Qingzu immediately announced. Xiao Yi nodded, already having a solution in mind. Virtual real conversion. Make yourself and external objects virtual and transform into a virtual state, which can make you immune to physical attacks, energy attacks, and soul attacks to a certain extent.